Today I'm going to teach you how to do a hand plant. This trick was requested by a few different people. If you got a request for a trick you want to learn, leave it in the comments below. I'll try and teach it. So, hand plants, got to be one of the most iconic tricks in skateboarding. I only actually learned them on the coping a couple of years ago, so I'm not that great at them, but I did have a very methodical approach to learning them, so I can teach you the secrets of how to get to the coping quickly, probably quicker than if you just tried to do it off the bat. You're going to need some tape or some chalk. You want to do it on a ramp that's not too mellow and also not too steep, just something that you're pretty comfortable on. If you want to, you can start with a couple of handstands to warm up. I'm not sure how much it helps, but I like doing it. Kind of gets the blood pumping. As you come out of your handstand, do a little grab like you're doing a little hand plant. Next, we're going to start from the ground up. In a stationary position, grab the board, toe side about halfway down. Put your hand on the ground in front of your board, and then do a little ollie motion and kind of pull your board up with your hand. You have to transfer your weight to the hand that's on the ground to do it. Just kind of get the feeling of trying to hold it in the air for a split second. Next, take it to the very bottom of the ramp. Put the board up a little bit, stand on it, get secure, grab, pull it back in with a slight ollie motion. Just want to get the feeling of transferring the weight to your hand. That's kind of key. Transferring the weight onto your hand. Once you're good with that, you can move on to the hand turn. With a really mellow amount of speed, roll up, grab toe side, plant your hand, and just do a little kick turn with your hand on the ground. Next step, do the exact same thing, but at the apex of the turn, try and pull your board off the ramp a tiny bit. Transfer the weight to your hand and pull your board off the ramp. Try to suck in your knees as you kind of pull the board off the ramp. Always bring the board down where your hand is. This is actually a really key point. Kind of visualizing when you're coming in, bringing the board down where your hand is planted. Use your hand as the pivot point and bring the board down right where your hand is. Doesn't go exactly where your hand is, but if you kind of visualize it coming down there, it helps a real lot. Once you got that, let's start working our way up the ramp. Get your tape or your chalk and start marking little lines, starting at the bottom and then getting further and further up the ramp. Start with wider gaps, and as you get closer to the coping, you can do smaller gaps, and then just start doing hand plants at the lowest line. Pretend your mark is the coping and put your thumb over the top of it. Looking at your hand, touching your mark. Start at the bottom rung, and once you got that, go to the second rung, third rung, fourth rung. Just keep on working your way up. When you reach the last couple of markers close to the coping, you can add this to your mindset. Kind of imagine you're doing like an early grab, little scoopy little air thing. Start that kind of airing motion before you put your hand down. I find that helps a lot. After you get to the last marker, the only thing left is to hit the coping. Just go for it. And by that time, you'll be feeling pretty confident. It does feel different, so you can actually just kind of practice putting your hand like over the coping with your thumb on the top to kind of get the feeling of what the coping feels like, and then just go for it. Drop in, grab toe side, scoop into a little air, shift your weight to your hand as you plant, bring the board in where your hand is, and you got yourself a hand plant. If you do get psyched out, take it down a notch, and then go back up again. sickest tricks, try and learn it and have fun.